Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
This what I tell 'em. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. Today, we are here with Miss Andrea Freeman, an awesome lady that's doing some really neat things, and I'm so thankful to have her on this episode of the Success Chronicles. So first off, thanks so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes. Well, let's dive into it. First off, I know we talked off air a little bit about your amazing journey and your story, but if you don't mind sharing your story with the audience and tracking it till now.
Sure. So I am somebody who has always been entrepreneurial minded. When I was 12 years old, I started my first business. That was awesome, Andrea's Babysitting. And I, just kind of got bitten early in life by the entrepreneurial bug. I went on to have a catering company, a celebrity event planning company, and ultimately find myself in the role of mindful business coach these days. So I've really been able to fuse my love for teaching and personal development along with my entrepreneurial loves. So now I empower creative entrepreneurs to really break through that six-figure barrier to achieve success financially so that they can create the impact that they want in the world.
That's good stuff. It's always neat when we can take, well, first off, no experiences are wasted. All of those experiences that you've had, there's transferable skills within that you can take and use those. And it's awesome when we can take those skills or have the awareness to be able to take those skills and use those to help others, which is, kind of what you're doing now in your life. So it's awesome when we can do that.
Yeah. I couldn't agree with you more. I think that everything that we do is an important part of our journey. There's nothing that is like a misstep or anything that isn't supposed to happen. I think everything happens at exactly the time that it should and serves us and our ultimate purpose. And, if we're open to the learning from it, right?
That's it. Open mind, open heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Well, what are 3 things you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
Oh my goodness, just 3 things?
No. Well, I mean,
we could be here all day.
You're special interview, so you take as many as you need, Andrea. Okay.
You're cute. Thank you. No, 3 things that I'm most proud of are definitely my ability to be energized and excited about the winding path. I think that there is, at least I was raised in a family that was like, you grow up, you find the thing that you do forever, and that's just the way that it is, right? And so at 25, when I was in the professional teaching role, because I had gone to college to become a special education teacher, and I found myself a little dissatisfied with that. It just wasn't a fit for me. I'm really proud that I had the courage to honor my own path, to step away, to choose to explore. I didn't know what I was stepping into. I didn't know that it would lead to this entrepreneurial journey, but I had the clarity and conviction to know that I deserved to be happy, that I deserved to create something that was in alignment with my purpose and brought me fulfillment. And so I'm really definitely very proud of that first step. I'm proud of being able to balance being a wife and a mother and also being a business owner. I think, we're recording this in 2020. So many females have left the workforce this year. It's always been a juggling act for us to balance the role. I think, We could get into a whole other conversation about the pressure of being a mom and also a working professional. But to be one now, I think there's just so much added pressure. And so to be in a relationship where, I cultivate trust and partnership with my husband, that we tackle life together.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a skill in and of itself. And
That's
then
a
to be
whole nother episode by itself. And
right. I mean, we're just coming up with this is a fishing experiment to come up with more topics for more shows. But yeah, to be able to balance all of it, that just like to not feel like, that I would have to sacrifice any one part of myself, but can really integrate all of myself into my business. And I bring those skills to my personal relationships as a wife and as a mother. And that's one of the things that I'm most proud of in my life. And then I think third, I would say when I was 17 years old, I had the incredible pleasure of working. I was a Girl Scout at the time, and I'm a lifetime member, actually. And I found myself with the opportunity to go for a project which is called the Gold Award. It's like the Eagle Scout and Girl Scouts. And I got to come up with a vision, and which my project was to create a camp for kids with disabilities in my hometown. And this was really inspired by a year previous. I was able to have the experience of going to a camp like this one that I envisioned for my hometown, but in Kansas City, and see what happened in the community, what was available when kids who didn't normally have the opportunity to have a camp experience were allowed to enjoy those pleasures and develop those friendships and have those outdoor experiences. So I was able to bring that to my hometown, and that went on to run for another 10 years. The Girl Scouts actually adopted the project, and it ran for 10 years until it wasn't needed anymore, which is like the best reason for it to be dissolved, because then eventually they had their own fully accessible camp, and they didn't need a separate camp for kids with disabilities. So, to learn the things I learned about myself at that young age, the ability to ask for support, to have a vision that I'm not sure how I'm going to make it happen. And it's so big and it's so scary. And how am I going to balance being a full-time, student and soccer player and this huge project, which is bigger than anything I've ever done, and to manage to make it work, and to be able to learn to go with the flow really at that age, and that like the support you need, the people you need, they will all show up. I mean, these were incredible life lessons. So that's probably number 3 of what I'm most proud of.
Man, so good. And I know I told you that I'm an educator, but I didn't tell you that I'm in special education as well.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so just that whole, like you talked about, it gave me chills. How you talked about the camp and doing it is so needed, and I've been a part of some of those things as well, and it's so good when you can be there and help others. But when you do it at that age, man, you're setting yourself up for a great life to do some great things, because I think when you can have the awareness, again, like I said, to know at that age that it ain't about me.
Yeah, huge.
When the sooner we learn that, the better off we are in our life, right?
Yeah. And there are so many organizations. I know similar stories that I've heard of people who did 4-H or church and community organizations. And for me, it was the Girl Scouts. And that's not the only one. But I think that when kids really do get being of service, like as a core value, it's incredible what they go on to accomplishment, the leadership development skills, because those are such formative years. And if you integrate a way of being in the world that is beyond existing for yourself and actually making your gifts and your talents available for others, that's always going to serve you. That's always going to help you be successful. That's always going to help others around you to rise up. So, and we're all stronger when we're being that way in the world.
Come on. Well, just hearing your, yeah, come on, Andrea, come on.
It's Sunday,
Hey,
I came
hey,
to preach.
hey, let's go. Amen.
Well, thank you.
So, just hearing your neat journey, hearing the amazing things that you're proud of that you've accomplished, and you said that the magic S word, success. Let's hit on success. I would consider all of that to be super successful. So let's hit on success. What is your definition of success?
Yeah. So success for me, and I know that it's different for everybody, but for me, what it looks like is the confidence to stand in and fully own who I am, my natural gifts, to harness the power of that and to share it with the world. So that can take a lot of different forms. That can, that kind of goes through a lot of different, whether it's in your work or your personal life, or, it can look a lot of different ways. But so long as I am honoring who I am, what I'm here for, what I believe my purpose is, I believe that I'm living a successful life. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I achieve every goal the first
Yeah,
time I set
yeah,
out to do it, or even the 10th time that I set out to do it, right? It doesn't mean that it's effortless, but it does mean that I have the ability to keep moving forward because I know that I'm on the right path, that it's feeling right. If it's feeling aligned, then I feel like I am living a successful life and journey.
awesome, awesome. Well, I think that's great definition of success. And now I was gonna say now to the fun part, but it's all been fun for me. We went to church and everything. But what I want to do now is throw out three words or phrases. And
Mm,
as I give you those words or phrases, if you can just talk about what comes to mind or what comes to heart for you as you hear these. And it could be a word, phrase, concept, whatever you have, you just throw it out there. You good for
okay.
that? All right. So the first word is effort.
Effort. Hmm. Wow, so many things here. And this is me definitely putting on my entrepreneur kind of hat. And for me, the first thing is I'm thinking unnecessary. Um, yeah, I just feel like one of the things, back to what I was saying about success, for me is that when I feel that I'm putting forward a lot of effort, I actually recognize that as a sign of being kind of out of alignment.
Mm,
I think that it's a guiding post for me to notice um, when I'm working too hard,
yeah, yeah.
when I'm not in flow.
I love it. So you kind of cheated a little bit because you said the second word in which you. So the second word is alignment.
Oh, well, this is one of my favorite words.
Okay, all right.
So for me, this concept is, it's about peace. It's about connection. It's about connection to like the highest version of myself, or to God, or to the universe, or to whatever, is comfortable for you. But I look at it as like something, a direct line to the divine in a way, and being able to feel like I am able to bring that unstoppable, that limitless power and potential to whatever it is that I'm doing.
Love it. All right. And then the next one, I'm gonna pause a little bit before I hit you with this because this is the good one.
Okay.
All right. So the last one is legacy.
Oh, man. That is like just such a juicy word. So
Come on.
legacy for me is something beyond self. This is what we were talking about, being of service, and that concept of creating beyond just what serves you, right? So for me, it's the ability to create something that extends, that benefits beyond just the self. And it's what you ultimately, I believe, are remembered for. This is a big part of how I work with my coaching clients. I I've heard that the saying that if your business can't survive without you, you don't have a business, you have a job. So are you interested in continuing to work in your job, aka your business, or are you interested in creating a legacy, something that lives beyond you, something that will empower future generations? And when people are up for that ride, then the work gets interesting.
That's when it's good right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So good.
good and fun.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, before we get off, if you don't mind sharing with the audience where they can go follow you and check you out and show you some love.
Yeah, so I have a super fun Facebook group that I am loving being a part of. Community is one of my core values. And so if anybody wants to follow along, that is the Up Level Collective. So facebook.com/group/Up Level Collective, all one word.
Awesome. Well, there it is. Well, again, I just want to say thanks so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles. Truly appreciate it. And I wish you continued success.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Chip. Great to be here.
All right. Well, thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.